really excited for vibe coding to create the next wave of like founders and product ideas. A close friend of mine has no concept of how to code, and I am blown away by what he's created.
It's not perfect, but it's really good, and it's getting better really rapidly. And so the hard truth is, like, we're on the cusp of replacing a certain level of experience of human in these types of tasks. What uncomfortable questions do we have to tackle about the future role of software engineering as this continues to get better? Because if we're not thinking about it now, then yeah, we should be thinking about it.
All of this is being aggressively and obscenely subsidized right now. And at some point, the real cost of this is going to come due for the actual electricity you use to build the model, for the actual water consumption you use to run these things. And I don't think that's cheaper than a human being, especially a junior developer, once the subsidies go away.
We had some super tight deadlines that were going to be impossible for even a team of 6 to 8 developers to meet without these abilities. And we were actually able to send them off to this hackathon that they're going to with 3 different versions of our application that we put together in a 3-week period of time. And under any other circumstances, we just couldn't have done that. It has just been exponentially powerful and helpful for this bootstrap organization to put something together that they can take and validate. And I see that as a really valuable thing, like Dustin had touched on before, for people who just have these ideas and can't afford massive engineering teams or don't know how to write a line of code themselves, to at least get a footing and then get their product or their ideas out there, and then build an organization hopefully behind that can help them really find a way forward. I'm all for it. I'm not all for it taking jobs. I think it's a tool, as we mentioned before, and it's not a solution. I think it's just a tool to help us all do our jobs better, and not necessarily something that should be replacing anyone's job.
I think vibe coding, real quick, is by definition acknowledging that it's irresponsible. But if we expand it to using AI tools, I think the hard truth that we don't want to say out loud is it feels like accountants on the precipice of the spreadsheet being invented, and just the need of the quantity of accountants going down after that.
On the topic of vibe coding and the usage of LLMs in software development, I think they're very good and valuable at solving problems that have already been solved. So if you're finding you're writing your entire product with vibe coding, I think that indicates a smell or a problem for your product or business, because it's already been commoditized by the usage of these LLM tools. So I acknowledge that while many processes do have common patterns, you should be framing the usage of LLMs around doing the mundane work around the novelty that is your product or business. And thus, I think LLM usage should be framed more like what protein powder is for weightlifting, a great supplement and very helpful for its intended purpose, but probably not your entire diet.